today is quite different. The four groups here today, supported by many other organizations and companies, are making an extraordinarily simple announcement. In sum, we are calling on governments across the world to ensure their citizens have real-time access to home energy consumption information. Just like we increasingly expect our cars to tell us our fuel economy, we think our homes should do the same. At one point in developing this announcement, we considered titling our statement, "Duh," the term that American kids use to emphasize how simple an idea is. But we weren't sure how well that would translate into other languages. So instead, we title our announcement, "Consumer Energy Information, a Call to Action." And each of you should have our one-pager talking about today's announcement. Now, while this call to action is an extraordinarily simple idea, it could have extraordinarily profound impacts. As we say in the document, studies show that when people have access to direct feedback on their home energy use, they save up to 15% based on simple behavioral changes, such as turning off lights, switching off devices that are always on even when they're off, and changing light bulbs. Replacing inefficient appliances and weatherizing homes can lead to even greater savings. And when we add computer chips to everything from thermostats to washing machines, we can increasingly enable consumers to better manage their own energy use. This information can be delivered to citizens with technologies that exist today and can be rapidly deployed. I want to emphasize, this is not future technology that we're waiting decades on. It can be deployed today. And to get there, countries can provide incentives for energy monitoring equipment and set rules for consumer access to information. And here's the bottom line. If all households in developed countries achieved a 15% energy savings by 2020, it would mean a 470 million metric ton equivalent reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. This is equivalent to about 10 Denmarks or 100 Copenhagens, taking more than 200 million cars off the road in the EU, shutting down 124 large coal power plants, or 2 to 4 times more than the total estimated reductions in CO2 emissions from the first phase of the EU emissions trading systems between 2005 and 2007. By providing people with real-time energy information, we can make a major down payment on tackling climate change while saving money and creating exciting new industries and many jobs. And before I turn things over to Steve Flutter, let me just read the list of companies and organizations who have signed on to this. Google, General Electric, the Climate Group, the Natural Resources Defense Council, the Alliance to Save Energy, the Center for American Progress, the Digital Energy Solutions Campaign, the Dow Corporation, the Energy Future Coalition, Intel, Kleiner Perkins, Caulfield and Byers, the Smart Green Initiative, the U.S. Green Building Council, and Whirlpool. And with that, it's my great pleasure to introduce Steve Flutter.